Good morning, beautiful, beautiful humans. I hope this lands with you in a good space, in a good heart space. And if it doesn't, then hopefully I can help you shift your heart set a little bit. So I don't really have anything planned for this video, but I'm going to talk a little bit off the cuff on mindset and heart set. Everything in our life that is good is because of us. Everything in our life that is not good is also because of us. On some level, whether it's a soul level or a conscious level, we are creating our reality day by day. So if you wake up in the morning, and let's say you wake up and you're kind of pissed off, or you had a really disturbing dream, or felt like you were just under attack or being chased, or I don't know, full moon got the better of you, whatever it is, and you just decide that today's gonna suck. Guess what? It probably is. You're probably going to be hit with one obstacle and one challenge after the next, because you will be magnetizing that which you are putting out. So if you are putting out that energy that today sucks, my life is really hard, and you can't discern that it's not actually that your life sucks. It's just that this moment is challenging. It's the moment that sucks, not the life that sucks, right? And so we all have these days, right? And people used to say that they were annoyed by how positive I was. Well, I learned it from my mother because she was battling an autoimmune disorder since I was 6 months old. And both my parents had multiple near-death experiences. And as an only child, I really had no choice but to sink or swim. And I was going to swim. Obviously, I had to take care of my parents. I had to help take care of the house. We had horses, we had dogs, we had a big farm. I had to do my part. And so it wasn't a matter of being able to say, oh, woe is me, my mom is in the hospital, or, my dad had this crazy head injury, like, I'm just going to stop living my life. No, I was taught by them, we're going to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, put on our big girl pants, put on a smile, fake it till you make it, and move forward, because that's the only choice. Well, being German, I think genetically it's kind of built in me. So I'm always a half full cup person rather than a half empty. And I'll explain how I do it, because I've become much more conscious throughout my years of gaining wisdom, I will say. Not aging necessarily, just growing wiser and accumulating a few more, age signs along the way, which I love because it makes me feel like I fit the part. I'm becoming wiser, but I am not becoming more bitter or jaded by my life experiences. And mistakenly, a lot of people think that I have it really easy because, I've lived a lot of amazing experiences. I've been very fortunate. But what they don't realize is how many blows and hard challenges I've had since I was a little girl. I almost lost my mother. I almost lost my father countless times. My father fell down the stairs when I was a baby, right around the time of my mother's diagnosis, and he broke his neck. I don't remember it, but I think the trauma created a lot of PTSD and anxiety for me that I couldn't identify until my 20s, and manifested as severe debilitating anxiety. Any of my friends who might be watching this from my college years remember me as pretty much a disaster. I was medicated for 5 years. I think it started with Valium. Then I ended up with massive anxiety after the Valium, which actually Valium is a muscle relaxer with a side benefit of treating anxiety, but also an addictive side. So not only had I become addicted, but I was also developing much worse anxiety than I had before I started taking it. Then I switched to Xanax. Well, hello, I never black out. I'm an elephant. I never forget anything. And I was blacking out, and I was waking up with debilitating anxiety, panic attacks. I'd have to leave restaurants, social scenes. It was really hard for a couple of years. And I think from all of those pressures as a young girl, I was forced to suppress for survival the fear that I had, the anxiety that I had, the worry I had for being without a parent, perhaps, because that was a reality for me at a very young age. And witnessing a mother in and out of hospitals, surgery after surgery, medications, days in bed, chronic pain, and et cetera, with her autoimmune disorder, I think it was a subconscious, very deep buried trauma. So I learned to put my best face forward and my best foot forward on the daily and shift my mindset. I've gotten really good at it now because now I don't have anxiety anymore. And I really don't struggle ever with a bad day. Of course, we have, negative experiences this summer. God, hello, we have faced challenges. I mean, one of our homes on the property, we had a massive fire, and it's only 1,100 square feet, and it's $300,000 of damage, and insurance isn't even going to pay it all. So it's not that I don't have my fair share of challenges in life, because I have many, but it's my choice about how I face them. I see it as an opportunity. I see it as, a challenge for me to overcome and get on the light side of it. Stand in the sunlight. I don't see these challenges as shadows or bad luck. I mean, I look at, okay, here's another opportunity for us to grab the bull by the horns and say, all right, let's make this better. Let's alchemize to gold. And it is that alchemy that is the magic of life. So when I think about mindset, to me, mindset is very different from heartset. Mindset is something that we have to learn to overcome our thoughts, the monkey mind, right? The inner critic, that little rascal that's constantly like the angel and the devil, right? You're a jerk, you suck, you're not good enough. Sorry, there's a call coming in. Or the, you can do it, you've got this, right? It's like that conflict, that tug of war, and we all have it. And so when I think about mindset, it's about overcoming those thoughts. But what creates our reality is what comes from our heart. Our memories are stored in our heart and our kidneys in a blueprint of those organ systems. So how present we are in life has nothing to do with our mind. It has to do with our heart. So getting in the right heart set is the key to manifesting, to magnetizing, to really alchemizing the life of your dreams, the life that you want. And that doesn't mean that every damn day is going to be rainbows and unicorns and all of that, because it ain't. But it is going to be a lot more fluid, and you're going to perceive things in entirely different lenses. You're going to basically walk around with the rose shade glasses, and it's like, yellow, rose, purple, but like the world is definitely going to be a lot prettier with those lenses than the blackout blinds, right? When you shut down and you numb and you're just like, my life sucks, today sucks, I'm never getting through this, my body's breaking down, my life is falling apart, my boyfriend or my girlfriend just broke up with me, or, my kids are failing in school, or whatever the suffering is, it is your choice to choose. You get to choose. You have the empowered, sovereign choice to step into that state of mind and state of heart and say, we've got this. We're going to do this, and we're going to come out on the better side of it. So one of the things that I started doing when I was having massive anxiety and I was done with all the medications, at that point I was down to, I called it my K-Bear. I had my K-Bear in my pocket wherever I went. And I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to have anxiety. I've got my K-Bear in case I need it, but I'm going to drop into my heart space like Genie gets into her bottle. Imagine that your Genie in the bottle, safe space is inside of your heart. And you start breathing in through the heart. You imagine your breath moving from your crown chakra, channeling all that beautiful light and love that is an abundant, infinite well in our universe, from source energy, from God, from the heavens, from Allah, whatever you want to call God, however you connect. It has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with your sacred God code within you, because every one of us has it. We all have the God code within us. So it's tapping into that source energy, that beautiful, abundant light and love. So you close your eyes, take a breath in through your heart. Sometimes it helps to place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your dantian, which is 3 inches below your umbilicus. And you just start breathing in that light. Imagine a cone funnel of light entering through the crown chakra, dropping in through your head, through the pineal gland, illuminating the third eye, moving down through the throat, filling up the spinal column, which is known as the Sushumna. And you infuse that spinal column with light. Imagine that cord of light is filling through your body and starting to expand from your heart. until you envision it's 8 feet around you. According to heart math, see, just talking about it, my whole energy shifts. See, it's like, it's legit. It's like you think it, and so it is. You think it and you create it. It's so beautiful, and there's such an abundant well of this light and love in the universe. It makes me like really feel like crying because people are so disempowered, and I think it's intentional. I think that our governments, Hollywood, music, I mean, come on, like the music industry is full of like melancholic, my life sucks, my heart's broken kind of music, rather than like enlightenment and empowerment. Not through our sexual nature, not through putting on scantily clad outfits and high heels and cleavage and lipstick. I mean, come on, like that's not empowerment. That's not self-love. You know, so much that's thrown at us is to drag us down so that we are in this lower vibratory, lower frequency state. If it was otherwise, the news would be talking about the largest tomato grown in Minnesota in the winter in some amazing greenhouse and showing footage of that rather than all the fear, anxiety, flashing red, news, you know? God, these talking heads, I killed my TV in 2008, and I think that's why I am so full of this abundance of love and just so confident that it is, it's infinitely there for all of us, you guys. So back to how to channel it. You imagine opening a cone funnel of light through your crown chakra. It moves down through your head, through the pineal gland, down through the throat, into the spinal column, filling all the organ systems with pure white light. And according to heart math, we have a radius of 8 feet around us where our frequency, literally the frequency emitted from our heart, the electrical current, which is measurable because we do have electric current in our bodies. How do you think a polygraph works, the lie detector test? It's measuring our electrical frequency that responds to an emotion or a heightened stress moment, right? And when we're lying, duh, we're stressed, right? Because it's not the truth. The truth vibrates at a high frequency, but lies and deceit, lowest, fear, shame, guilt, right? So why would we want to exist in that heart space? No. We want to raise the frequency. So the more you can work with bringing in white light from source energy into your body, filling your heart so that 8-foot radius around you is love and light. Don't complicate it with too many colors. Just keep it white and pure. Just keep it clean, okay? And that non-toxic field goes out into the world where you're impenetrable and you don't have like a fuck you, keep out, like my territory, not yours kind of energy. You're just light and vibrating at a frequency that people who don't match that are going to be like, kind of repelled, right? It's going to be like that repelling battery action, or not battery, but magnet action, polarizing effect. Whereas those who are also resonating with that or striving to align with that higher frequency are going to magnetize to you, right? So, I mean, with the thoughts that we have, if you go into a store and you're like, ooh, there's so many people, I'm going to get anxious. It's a Ravens game and I'm at Wegmans, like, oh, what was I thinking? It's probably going to be a pretty intense experience. But if you go in equipped with that 8-foot white light radius and love emanating from your heart and a smile on your face, you're just like, whoop, bee, bop, boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? Like you're just stoked. I do this with the kids. It's so easy when you have your kids. So moms, if any of you are listening, do this with your kids. Like we get in our little like kid world bubble and we start singing like the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, you know. And people probably are like, who is this cuckoo lady? Like, but they know that I'm having fun and I'm putting out good vibes and, you know, either people resonate or they don't. But I'm not picking up on their bad vibes, and neither are my babies. All of our energy field is happy and joyful, and hopefully that inspires other people. So Heartset is very intentional, but it doesn't have to be specific. You just have to drop into the intention of, I'm going to elevate my frequency and I'm going to just channel more light and I'm going to feel more love and I'm going to cultivate gratitude. Even if the start of my day isn't that great, I'm going to just be grateful for it, because when I show gratitude, it's like I'm here. It's all of a sudden I'm here and then I'm here and then I'm here. And now I'm like legit genuinely happy. I'm stoked. I feel with stoke, right? So that is how to do it on a very simple day-to-day basis. And it doesn't take much effort at all. Think it, feel it, channel it, feel it some more, visualize it, and then boom, voila, abracadabra. And so it is. So get out of your heads. If you are too much in your head space, then do some breathing exercises. My favorite is the 6-2-8-2, where it's 6 counts in, hold 2 counts at the top, 8 counts out, hold 2 counts at the bottom of the breath, and then pull in 6 counts in, hold 2, exhale 8, hold 2. So, and I'll do a video on breathing and the tools that I've been using, which helped me overcome anxiety. That and acupuncture, qigong, meditation, yoga, but more the like hatha and breathing, not so much the vinyasa and the ashtanga, because that put me in a much more like yang, self-competitive inner critic mode, whereas the more yin practices helped me drop in and surrender to self-acceptance and softness. And so there's so many practices out there, and I'll do another video on what my favorite practices are, but you got to get out of your head. You got to stop thinking that like, I got to think my way through this. No, you got to feel your way through this. You got to drop into that heart space, guys. So that is what Heartset is. And I'll do more videos on this because there's much more to it. But that's the basics. Start there. The key to happy life is living from your heart. So I hope you guys can put some of this into practice. And if you ever want coaching on this, reach out to me. If there's ever a video you want me to do or you have questions on, like, let me know. Let me know what you want to listen to, what you want to hear about. I can talk about a lot of things. But I hope you have a beautiful day. And I hope this lands when it can help you. Maybe it lands softly. Maybe it's something you're like, ooh, I got to start doing this, and you're excited. If so, yay, congratulations. You guys, right now is the most exciting time to be alive in the history of our galaxy. Okay, how about that? Okay, like legit, the most exciting time to be alive. We are upgrading. We are going through a massive awakening. The veil is lifting. The truth is unfolding. Whether you believe it to be conspiracies or not, a lot of conspiracies are real. Conspiracy was actually a word created by the CIA in the 70s to make people who questioned the mainstream narrative look like crazies. So color me crazy, but guess what? When a lot of the truths come out, a lot of people are going to be like, so remember when I called you the crazy girl and labeled you this and labeled you that? Well, I'm kind of curious about those topics now. So I'll be here ready and waiting for anyone who has questions. But we are awakening, you guys, and it's glorious. It's beautiful. And I mean, literally, like, our Schumann resonance has been shooting off the charts. The Schumann resonance, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's the Earth's vibration. It's the Earth's frequency. It's Pachamama's vibration from the core of this beautiful mother that we live on. And it's usually around like 7.8, 7.11. It's been going up to like 14. I think it was 20 a couple weeks ago. Add that to the 6 planets that went retrograde right around the time of the equinox. Oh my God. Hello, energy systems, plus the solar flares, a lot of activity in the cosmos. So no wonder it's like this, the energy, and everything is energy and light, but the energy and the light that is facilitating and uplifting this change is literally creating a container for truth, for people to stand in the light of truth. Riots, protests, war. I mean, you can be scared, or you can stay in the love frequency and live from the heart and say these shifts are necessary. And hey, evil's exposing itself. Liars are being exposed. This is good, you guys. People may, it's Russia, it's this, that, it's blame, but like, hey, every day people are waking up to the lies. Every day people are exposing themselves for their corruption. Like, that's amazing. And we get to be active participants in this phase of our existence on our planet, while shifting our own heart space and living from our heart to elevate our frequency so the collective can rise above fear, Right now, we've never had a better time and opportunity on this planet to blast through fear, blast through the monkey mind, all these chatter narratives that are really only promoting negativity and bringing you down. Like the frequencies of the planet and the sun and where our solar system is moving. It's actually like this, and it's going like, I don't know, 1,000,000 miles a minute or something crazy. Not literally, but fast. Faster than we can even comprehend. And we're moving in a spiral like this through our galaxy. And our galaxy is also moving through the universe. It's crazy how much energy and frequency is happening at all at once around us. And we're moving to a much higher charged area in our galaxy, in our universe. So hello, let's use those frequencies to our advantage, so that we can activate the 96% of our DNA that is considered junk and that is not activated. Whoa, let that land. Let that land for a minute. Like, woo, huh? That's massive to comprehend. 96% of our DNA is considered junk DNA and isn't even activated. So that means human beings on this planet, for God knows how many millennia, have only been functioning at 4%. Whoa. Okay, so let's all get with the program, turn up the frequencies a couple notches, and let's elevate. Because when we elevate collectively, and all we need is 51% of humanity to get on board with this, guys. 51%. So just tip the scales a little bit over. So it's like, and if we are, the majority of us are here, we can shift the collective. We can get into the unity consciousness. None of this bullshit agenda of polarizing in the name of unity. I mean, come on, guys, wake up. That's nonsense. It's CRT, from what I've understood, has created more racial issues and more shaming and discord and separation with kids in schools. And I'm hearing it from so many patients. So many of my patients are on boards of schools. I've got tons of parents that are like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. This polarizing has got to stop. It's programming our children. No more. If you really believe in unity consciousness, you got to stop the polarization. Like, just cut it out. Get in your heart space. Find the love. Rise over fear. Rise way above it. And then some more. And when you start operating here, every darn day of your life is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a gift. Because it is. And I woke up to this when my mom died, and oh God, I had the hardest 2 years of my life. It was like, it really, I couldn't breathe some mornings when I would wake up. And I had to overcome that. I had to get out of my own fear, get out of my own way, and realize that every day was a blessing. And she couldn't live every day anymore because she was transitioned. She'd already left this earth plane in the 3-dimensional body that she had. And, what was my choice? Like, duh, I had to live for her, right? I had to live for everybody who couldn't live anymore and blast through their karma. So yeah, it's work and it's shadow work. And you have to get into the belly of the shame, the narratives, the guilt, the fear, the PTSD, and conquer it with love and light. I'm going to do another video on how to do that and what practices I use to get out of the dark into the light. But for now, my advice would be just to start channeling light and feeling love, activating gratitude. You can do it. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful practice you will ever experience. And it's like you have these enlightening moments in your life that will take your breath away. So go forth in this world as a force of light and love. Create every day as your best day ever. And if you're a parent, it's so much easier because you can be like, okay, I'm going to make today amazing for my kids. And I try and do that every day. And as we go to bed at night, my kids most nights are like, Mom, that was the best day ever. And then I know, okay, I'm rocking this life. I am freaking doing it. And I know that this practice works because I am living proof of it. So channeling love, light. I love you all. Sending heart waves out to touch each and every one of you. Create a ripple effect. Let's elevate the conscious collective together. High frequencies of 400 and above. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimensional. Come on, let's get activated, guys. Let's activate that 96% of our DNA. Let's turn it up and get this party started. I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful day or night. And I'll be back with some more. Okay, bye.